Welcome back to another video, gentlemen. Today's video is about living in scarcity and why you should stop living in scarcity. Before I get into it, however, make sure that you like and subscribe down below. Your support is greatly appreciated and it helps me continue making these videos for you guys. So, living in scarcity. I want to start off by giving the analogy of that squirrel in Ice Age. If you remember watching that movie, there's a squirrel that panics every time he loses his one acorn. He's obsessed with this one acorn that he has and he cannot drop it, he cannot lose it at any point. Constantly goes out there panicking when he loses it. And that's the state of many men in today's age. When it comes to money, when it comes to trusting their ability to lead and go out there and provide and conquer. Guys are terrified. Guys are terrified of losing £50, £100. They can't fathom the idea of investing £500, £1,000 into their business. It terrifies them. They would much rather have their money sitting in their account, knowing it's doing fuck all and they're going to be in this exact same position next month, as in earning the exact same amount next month from their job, instead of daring to see what they could accomplish if they just take the risk, if they grab their fucking balls and pull the trigger. Instead of discovering what they could become, they are holding on to that acorn. Cannot fathom the idea of losing a little bit of money in their account. They cannot sacrifice today for tomorrow's betterment. They can't do it. They don't have an abundance mindset. And it's damaging them. It's damaging, gentlemen. The masculine should always strive to have an abundance mentality. All the great conquerors out there, all the great inventors, all the great architects who built enormous structures, they all had an abundance mindset. Instead of saying, well, the tallest building was 100 meters, why are we bothering with a building that's 300 meters? No, they're like, you know what? Let's build this fucking big building. We're going to do it. You look at the pyramids, for example, fucking hell. I mean, wow. But in more recent times, look at the Empire State Building. At the time, it was an enormous structure which most people couldn't fathom. You know, and you got people that were building it, and the guys that designed it, they had a dream, they had a vision. Instead of just saying, no, let's just stick to a smaller building, they're like, no, we're going to build this fucking tall building and we're going to call it the Empire State Building. They had an abundance mentality. They wanted to expand. And, you know, the United Arab Emirates, you look at how quickly Dubai has grown. It was just sand and now it's an enormous city with incredible structures, right? Abundance mindset. And listen, a lot of people will say, well, it's easy for you to say, or it's easy for this person to say. They already, once again, that's your lack mindset. Every great thing that you see around you was once an idea in someone's mind. The phone you're holding to watch this video, or the computer that you're looking at, that was once an idea in someone's mind. Someone had the courage to pull the trigger on it. They didn't think, well, I could lose a bit of money in my account, so you know what? I'm not going to take that risk. No. They were like, you know what? I'm going to pull the fucking trigger. I'm going to make this happen. And guys these days are terrified of it. They're terrified of using some of their salary to start a business or to expand themselves or to work on themselves, invest in themselves. They're terrified of it. You know, these guys will tell their girlfriend or wife, hey, can you go halves on the bills for me? Instead of taking charge and saying, you know what? I'm a man, this is my responsibility, I'll pay for everything. And that's what every guy should aspire to do. Pay for everything. Handle your responsibility as a man. Why are you living in lack? Why are you needing her? You know, why are you needing her to put in the money to help you essentially afford to live? I can understand if you had a job and you lost it and then for a month or so she was helping. Okay, she's a good woman for doing that. But a lot of guys are lazy. They're sitting on their ass. They're getting their girlfriend either to pay for all the bills or, you know, she's chipping in 50-50. It shouldn't be like that, man. That's a lack mentality. It's a lack, I'm sorry. It's controversial, yes, I know, but it's a lack mindset. Honey, can you please? Come on, man. We're men. We go out there, we provide. Even if things are difficult, hey, we embrace the difficult. We take charge. But you cannot live in a lack mindset. Rolls-Royce, just to give you an idea of why you should never be in a lack mindset, they sold I mean, the last year I think was their most historical year in their history when it comes to sales. In a year of a pandemic, in a year where supposedly everyone was struggling, they sold the most amount of cars in their history. And I know some weasel was going to comment, well, the rich get richer. Well, hey, you can be one of them. If you just fucking get your head out your ass, you can be one of those rich people. That's how I see it. I'm an optimist. I'm an optimist, and I have an abundance mentality. I believe in my ability to go out there and create. I'm not going to sit here and be like, well, if I do start this business, I'm going to lose £500 or £1,000. Come on, man. Everything's a risk. You know, Jim Rohn said it, the moment you got born, it was risky. If you get married, it's risky. If you cross the road today, it's risky. If you get in your car and you drive a 2-ton piece of metal, that's risky. I was at an accident last year at the end of September. Risky. Could have died. Luckily, I'm still here by the grace of God. Everything's risky, man. What's £500 leaving your account going to do? Kill you? Come on, man. Sometimes you're going to have to live on the edge a little bit. Don't go out as much every day. Don't spend a lot of money on clothes or takeaways and all that shit. You know, sacrifice a little bit. But what the masculine does is it takes charge. It dares to win. It dares to take risks. It doesn't shy away. It doesn't cower away from opportunity. So stop living in scarcity. It's 2022. There are more opportunities now to become rich than ever before. So get your head out of your ass, because it's dark up there. Look around. Look at the opportunities that you have and pull the trigger on them. Come on. There is no excuses. I'm sorry, there's no excuses. I'm not even going to give you any excuse right now that's justifiable. All the excuses are bollocks. You're just terrified. That's what it is. You're scared. You're scared of who you may become. You have a fear of success. That's what it is. I don't think I'm good enough. I can't do it. You have self-esteem problems. You look in the mirror and you hate yourself. Instead of looking in the mirror and say, you know what, it can be me. Why not me? Instead, you look at yourself and you critique yourself negatively. Nah, I can't do this. I'm not a good speaker. I can't do this. And that's your problem. And that's why you're going to continue to stay poor unless you do something about it. So stop living in a lack mindset. Go out there, create. There's enough money to go around. There is. With that being said, gentlemen, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.